whipped
The
cream.
whipped cream always goes well with pie.
So we made pumpkin pie,
Uh,
but not pumpkin because
we
We don't-
as you've heard, we've grown a lot of squash.
we don't
this year.
we don't actually grow pumpkins. We grow other types of winter squash. So those are kubocha,
or sorry, our pronunciation's off.
it's a Japanese pumpkin. But actually, this is sweetmeat.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
Sweetmeat is my
Super
favorite.
sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna try mine without the whipped cream first. I know, I'm totally gonna commit to that.
I'm down with the whipped cream right from the very start.
But this is the first time we've done it with this particular squash.
It's really creamy.
It is really creamy and very tasty.
Okay.
It's got a nice balance. So pumpkin spice, very popular in the fall. It's a very personal thing as well, though. It's kind of what it's like stuffing. It's what you grew up with, is what you're used to and what you like, because it brings you great joy.
So I went back and looked at pumpkin pie recipes through history. And so pumpkin's a new world. It's a new world squash.
Yes.
Ended up in England in the 1500s. And when they made pumpkin pie in the 1500s, they put apples in it and rosemary and thyme.
So it was a savory.
It was a savory pie. It was nothing
Sort of.
like what we think of today. Tiny little bit of milk or cream and almost no sugar. This, as we kind of know it today, didn't arrive until like the 1760s.
Okay. And was it a New World creation or an Old World creation?
New World creation, and the pumpkin pie spice at that time was nutmeg, mace, and ginger.
Which makes sense. That's almost the same.
Almost the same. We've built on it over time, but here's how I made this one. I started out by rolling out the pie crust, and this is a lard pie crust, but I think I would prefer it with a butter pie crust. And of course, elsewhere on our channel are lots of recipes for pie crusts and demos on how to roll it out and put it into the pie shell.
We've got recipes for the lard and the butter crust.
Both of those crusts are elsewhere on the channel, and I will link to them below. Pinched it as artfully as I could and stuck it in the freezer while I prepared the filling. And for the filling, squash, and then I added our version of pumpkin pie spice, which is ginger, cinnamon, allspice, cloves, and nutmeg. Then I added a pinch of salt and brown sugar and stirred that all together. In a separate container, I whipped up the eggs, milk and cream, then I added that to the squash mixture. And stirred it up completely. Poured it into the pie shell. And put that in the oven.
And now we have.
And now we have this pumpkin pie. And there's no cracks in the top, so after the cooking, I just crack the oven door about an inch, turn off the oven, and just forget about it for an hour and a half or so. And it'll cool really slowly and it won't crack.
But if you're in a hurry and you gotta go because you're expected at someone else's house for in 2 hours,
Yeah.
just take it and go. What's a crack? Still tastes great. All right, now I'm gonna add some whipped cream.
So this is this really is the king of pies.
Pumpkin?
Yeah.
It's the best one for breakfast.
It
too.
is the best
It is my
breakfast
favorite
pie.
breakfast pie.
Okay.
And if you don't eat pie for breakfast, well,
Shame on you. You should
feel
give
free
it
to
a
give it
try.
a try.